Good morning. It's about 8:47 here in the United States. I'm bringing you some breaking news about what is going on in Southern Cameroon territory and Ambazonia. Here you might see the images here. There is, you all know that with the recent Paul Biya's visit to France, you might look uh, Paul Biya's recent visit to France. You also, and after the visit, France has decided to offer 1,000 special force training in the eastern eastern part of Cameroon called Ebolowa Forest. The essence of choosing the Ebolowa Forest because it has a certain mirror image as the Southern Cameroon territory, which La Republic has having a difficulty. So France top military officials met with René Zemeka, the chief of staff of the neighboring country, La Republic military. The essence is to provide 1,000 training of special force of the military of the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun, which they have been battled the Ambazonia defense system, and they have been having difficulty to penetrate the southern Cameroon, and they have suffered severe casualties, and therefore the military of French cooperation uh, uh, by French cooperation with the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun, are not providing training and exercise mission in Ebolova. So this training will provide at least 1,000. So therefore, I am bringing this attention. That is the secret meeting that is held between La Republique and Emmanuel Macron. And you can see those are the top French military officials that met René Zemeka against the Ambazonians that have been fighting for their complete rule of their land. Remember that the Southern Cameroon territory was never a conquered territory of La Republique du Cameroun, was simply coming together to live whether if it was reasonable. Remember that in 1960, La Republique got their independence in 1960. Southern Cameroon got their independence in 1961. Both agreed to come together under a federal structure, not under a colonial or a conquered territory. Over the time, French authority has realized that there is a mineral deposit or resources, and that is being at least 70% in Southern Cameroon territory. And then France is using La Republique, providing military equipment, providing all logistical and surveillance equipment to La Republique du Cameroun to conquer Southern Cameroon on behalf of France, that provide an ample opportunity for France to be able to drain the resources in Southern Cameroon to fetch for the French system. So that is why I'm bringing this attention, this breaking news. Make sure that you share all to the highest level. And one important thing that I want to talk about is the issues. You all know Paul Atanga Nji, the ex-convicted criminal in La Republique du Cameroun of the New Bay prison. You all remember the horrific images that came from Southern Cameroon, especially the Pigny, where it's not a Pigny, where a woman or a warden, a woman that went to a burial service, and on her way he was brutally murdered. And that those guys that were in charge of the murdering were recently caught. And there is indications that the murder is coming from Paul Atanga Nji, militiaman, that he is sponsor. And remember that Paul Atanga Nji is the current territorial administration minister under this regime. And there have been sponsored militias that they carry on an atrocity. The essence of portraying as an Ambazonia system fight causing those atrocities in Southern Cameroon. So they were picked up, 3 of them, and they're under custody under further investigations, and the information will be made available. So, and in detailed information reaching out indicate that Paul Atanga Nji and the colonial governor, Lele Afrique, are the master planner of the atrocity that has caused this havoc in southern Cameroon, where a woman was grossly slaughtered like a pig. It was a disgusting. So this is the letters that is still coming on these messages, and that is why I am bringing the attention. And another issue is Karim Abdul Ali. But many people may disagree with me, but I am bringing this attention that I am on the suspicious that Swiss may be in complicity with La Republique, selecting a certain southern Cameroon that are very vocal for a complete independence of southern Cameroon, and I am accused, the Swiss government, many people may disagree with my assessment, that there is a potential indication that Abdul Karim Ali, who is currently in Konenge, that has been, or Konenge or Senel in La Republique, may have been compromised by the Swiss government intelligence acting in collaboration with La Republique, that may have forced him to be picked up because of his intransigent failed to cooperate with the Swiss under the system of government that they expect him to accept. But unfortunately, he disagreed, and in doing so has caused the Swiss may indirectly ask La Republique to immediately pick him up. And that is the latest development that I am bringing the attention for the world to understand, and Ambazonia in general, that there is a potential problem going on. And Emmanuel Macron, you all know that the atrocity in Africa, and you remember I talked in my recent video about Dr. Arikana, who is the current ambassador to the African ambassador to the United Nations, was terminated because Frakira, or the OAU Secretary General, under the specific instruction from Emmanuel Macron, asked him to terminate his position as the U.S. So therefore, this brought it attention who actually rule Africa, Africa or France, and leave the rest for you to answer. This is Fundan Daniel speaking here from the great state of Texas. Remember to go on to my Transparency Media International, subscribe, share, and copy and paste. Provide the information. Take care, and I will be back again, your servant, Fundan Daniel, here in the great state of Texas.